Your neighbor's tomatoes are huge and healthy. Yours are struggling. You both planted the same variety, same week, same care. So what's going on? The answer isn't what you think, and once you understand it, your garden will never be the same. Today, you'll discover why every garden is unique, even ones just feet apart. You'll learn to spot the hidden factors that make plants thrive or fail in your specific space. And I'll show you one simple observation technique that reveals everything you need to know about your garden's potential. Let's dig in. Here's what most new gardeners don't realize. Your garden isn't just a patch of dirt. It's a unique environment with its own personality, created by something called a microclimate. Think of it like this. Weather reports tell you it's 70 degrees and sunny. That's like saying everyone in your town is 5'10". It's an average that might not match your reality at all. Your actual garden might be 5 degrees warmer because of a south-facing wall that absorbs heat. Or it could be cooler because tall trees create afternoon shade. That concrete driveway next door, it's radiating heat that affects their plants. The fence that blocks morning sun, that changes which vegetables will thrive. These differences are huge. A tomato plant against a warm wall in Manchester, England, might ripen fruit better than one in an open field in Madrid, Spain. A lettuce patch shaded by a building in Phoenix could outlast one in cloudy Seattle that gets reflected heat from windows. This is why copying what works for others often fails. Your neighbor's success comes from their specific conditions, not some secret fertilizer. Once you understand your garden's unique personality, you can work with it instead of against it. And that changes everything about what you plant and how you care for it. This principle works everywhere, from Canada to England. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. In cold climates like Minnesota, USA, or Sundsvall, Sweden, gardeners look for warm spots, south-facing walls, protected corners, areas where snow melts first. These microclimate pockets can add weeks to your growing season. That wall might be 10 degrees Fahrenheit or 5 degrees Celsius warmer than the open garden. Other factors are at play as well. For instance, your garden might be on a mountainside that stores heat, while your neighbor just a few minutes down the road could be living on an old dried-up lake with heavy clay soil. These small differences can have a huge impact on plant growth, even when you're just a short distance apart. In hot places like Phoenix, USA, or Seville in southern Spain, it's reversed. Gardeners hunt for cool spots, the shady north side of a building under a tree canopy, anywhere that drops the temperature even slightly. Just 5 degrees Fahrenheit or 3 degrees Celsius, cooler can mean the difference between lettuce that bolts immediately and salads all summer. Coastal gardens from California to the Algarve region of Portugal deal with similar challenges such as fog and wind. A simple windbreak can create a calm zone where plants grow twice as fast. Tropical gardeners in places like Singapore or southern India watch for areas with better air movement to prevent fungal diseases. Even rainfall varies in your own yard. That spot under the roof overhang stays dry. The area at the bottom of a slope collects extra water. Understanding these patterns tells you where to plant thirsty cucumbers versus drought-tolerant herbs. Now let's find your garden's personality with one simple exercise you can do today. Grab a notebook and spend just 10 minutes observing. Here's exactly what to look for. We apologize to those of you at home during the winter months while you can't track the sun just yet. It's a great exercise to plan for when the warmer months arrive. First, track the sun. At 9 in the morning, noon, and 3 in the afternoon, note which areas get direct sunlight. Don't guess. Actually, look. You'll be surprised how much it changes through the day. That spot you thought was full sun might only get 4 hours of direct light. Mark sunny spots within sun and shady areas with a cloud. Here's why this matters so much. Full sun vegetables like tomatoes and peppers need at least 6 hours of direct sunlight, but partial shade crops like lettuce and spinach actually prefer just 3 to 4 hours. By tracking your sun patterns, you're already deciding where each type of plant will thrive. In northern regions, that south-facing spot becomes your tomato goldmine. In hot climates, that same spot might be too intense for summer growing. Next, feel for temperature differences. Put your hand on different surfaces. The soil near a wall versus in the open. The ground under trees versus exposed areas. On a sunny day, these differences can be 20 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 degrees Celsius. Plants feel this too. Try this right now if you're near a window. Feel the temperature on the sunny side versus the shady side. That's exactly what's happening in your garden on a larger scale. Stone or brick walls act like giant heaters, absorbing warmth all day and releasing it at night. This thermal mass effect is why Italian gardeners have grown grapes against stone walls for centuries, and why gardeners in chilly Scotland can ripen tomatoes against south-facing brick. Check for wind patterns. Light a candle or hold up a ribbon in different spots. Where does it blow strongest? Where is it calm? Wind dries out soil faster and can damage delicate plants, but it also prevents some diseases. Mark windy areas with a W. In coastal areas from California to the Mediterranean, wind is often the biggest challenge. But here's a secret. That windy spot that seems impossible for vegetables might be perfect for herbs. Rosemary, thyme, and lavender actually prefer the air movement because it prevents fungal problems. Meanwhile, your sheltered corner becomes the perfect spot for wind-sensitive plants like tall tomato varieties or climbing beans. Look for water patterns. After rain or watering, where does water pool? Where does it run off quickly? Where does the ground stay moist longest? These natural patterns tell you where to put water-loving plants versus those that need good drainage. This is crucial information that most gardeners miss. That low spot where water collects after rain, perfect for thirsty plants like celery or watercress. The raised area that dries quickly, ideal for Mediterranean herbs or plants that hate wet feet. You're not fighting these patterns, you're using them. Finally, notice what's around your garden. Buildings, fences, trees, paved areas. All of these change your growing conditions. A white wall reflects light and heat. A dark fence absorbs it. Trees create shade, but also compete for water and nutrients. Write all of this down. Make a simple sketch of your space with these observations. Draw a rough outline, mark north, and add your notes about sun, wind, water, and temperature. This is your garden's personality profile. It's more valuable than any planting guide because it's specifically about your space. Keep it handy. You'll use it to choose the right plants and put them in the right spots. The biggest mistake beginners make is ignoring these differences. They plant sun-loving tomatoes in a spot that gets afternoon shade, then wonder why they get leaves but no fruit. Or they put shade-loving lettuce in full sun and watch it bolt in a week. Another common error is fighting your conditions instead of working with them. If you have a shady yard, don't struggle with tomatoes. Embrace leafy greens, herbs, and shade-tolerant vegetables. You'll have more success and less frustration. Many gardeners also forget that conditions change. That perfect sunny spot in spring might be shaded once the neighbor's tree leaves out. Or a spot that seems dry in summer might be a swamp in winter rain. Check your garden in different seasons. The solution to all of these problems is simple. Know your space first, then choose plants that match it. Don't try to grow desert plants in a bog or jungle plants in the desert. Work with nature, not against it. Remember, your neighbor's garden success isn't magic or luck. It's about matching plants to conditions. Now you know how to read your garden's unique personality. Your homework is simple. Do the 10-minute observation exercise this week. I'd love to hear about the surprises you discover as you observe your garden. Share your findings in the comments below. Did you uncover a warm microclimate you didn't notice before? Or perhaps a windy spot that helps explain past challenges? Let's learn from each other's discoveries. Next week, we're digging into the foundation of everything, soil. You'll learn the simple jar test that reveals exactly what type of soil you have, why organic matter is like magic for any soil type, and how to turn even the worst dirt into rich, living soil that grows amazing vegetables. It's easier than you think, and it all starts with understanding what you're working with. Until then, get outside, observe your unique space, and remember, every successful garden begins with understanding the unique conditions of your space. Happy gardening, and I'll see you in the next episode.